Yes guys, what's going on? Hashtag Shore here. Welcome back to another video on the channel, and here today, ladies and gents, we've got the third and final episode of this little mini-series looking at the top 5 meta and overpowered players in each position. This one being the attackers episode. If you guys do enjoy the video, drop a like and also subscribe to the channel, and make sure to check out the midfielders episode and also the defenders episode where we explain how all of this works, etc. I'll leave them in the description down below. But without further ado, fellas, let's just jump straight into this and go straight into the left mid, left forward and left wingers. Let's fly. Right, boys, and starting us off here for the left midfielders, the left side players, basically. We're starting off with Bryan Gil, Future Stars card. Now, I'll be honest, the reason I had to whack him in here, fellas, is because we've got ourselves a cheap card here, right? And I'll be honest, some really, really nice stats here. 92 pace, 93 dribbling, 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. This is a guy who will definitely do well in top-tier teams. I'll be honest with you. Like, he's basically got every stat that you need in terms of just being a consistent player. Now, don't get me wrong, he's not going to be the outstanding guy to go and score 50 million goals, you know what I mean? But, fellas, he's got a great card, you know, really nice pace, great shooting, passing, and dribbling, and that makes him just a sensational card there, fellas. Next up, we've got ourselves Damsgaard. Now, this is a man who I've used on my RTG before, and a very good, like, super sub. Like, a very good super sub, right? But you can start him as well, especially this guy screams like a winger in a 4-4-2, absolutely stinks of it, or also like a centre midfielder even in a 4-1-2-1-2 and have him as the guy who's a bit more attacking for you. Some really nice in-games here, fellas. Now, obviously, both these left-sided players we've had so far have been from the La Liga and Serie A, which are not, I suppose, the best in FIFA compared to, you know, the Prem, Liga, and etc. But still, you can get yourself some links. Obviously, they're not the easiest to link. Well, Damsgaard, for example, because of his nation, but however, I'm sure you guys can fit him in some teams, and he's a really nice card. I would definitely advise him. That 95 agility is absolutely amazing, along with some really, really nice other stats there as well. Ansu Fati rode to the final card here. Now, I mean, this is a card that's looking very, very nice with its upgrade. Like, a really, really good card, fellas. 98 pace, 91 dribbling, 88 shooting, and 82 passing. Obviously, costs a lot of coins due to the fact that it's a card that's getting upgraded, etc. High medium work rates, 4-star, 4-star as well. We've had a bit of a lack of 5-star skillers here, fellas, so far in this little section. However, we're going to be turning that around with the Managinola. Currently about 500,000 coins on PlayStation and about 300,000 coins on Xbox. Which, by the way, like, that is just not that much coins, fellas, anymore. Like, you can defo afford that. Like, you know, with a bit of saving, a couple of weekend leagues, and you are getting yourself a top tier player. Now, he is starting to fall behind the curve a little bit, Ginola, I would say, but he's still one of the best players. Look, I mean, I've had him for over 1,000 games. This is on my main account. Look at what I bought him for. Jesus Christ. That's a wee problem back in the day, boys. I think I've lost quadruple that on him now. So that's great. No worries. But yeah, the 5-star, boys, we know how good that can be. And, you know, he does have some really nice agility. I think I've put Ginola in every single one of these videos so far this year because he still is that top guy. And then finally, to finish us off with the left midfielders, fellas, we've got the headliners, Venicious Jr. Now, I'm sure you guys have all played against Venicious Jr. enough this year. He's just an absolute disgrace to play against, and he just causes massive problems, especially off the bench. But this is a card obviously good enough for you guys to have it in your main teams, you know, if you can afford it. Even if you don't want to have this, you know, for you guys who have done the player of the month, or even just the 86 one will do. He's absolutely great. The 99 agility, 95 stamina, a really, really nice card. And of course, 5-star skill moves. And finally, to finish us off, little shout out, Jack Grealish. Really would have preferred them to do 5-star skills on Grealish instead of weak foot. I don't really see why, like, on a winger, they went with the weak foot over the skills. But I still think a really nice card. Great agility on Grealish, great stamina as well, and a really consistent, well-rounded card. But yeah, the left midfielders and the right midfielders, fellas, which we'll jump onto right now, obviously the right midfielders, not the craziest in this game for some reason right now. Let's jump onto the right midfielders anyway. Right, boys, and into the right midfielders we go here. And we've got a man who was definitely in the previous episode of this, but I'll be honest, there's just not been that many good right-sided cards come out, chaps. 5-star, 5-star, this is your man for a cheap beast, boys. Now, this is for you guys who literally barely have any coins, fellas. You know, if you've got like an 100k team or something, I'm pretty sure Corona is something like 15, 20k or something like that. For a guy with 5-star, 5-star, and the stats he's got in-game as well, like the 94 agility, 90 balance, 92 stamina as well, he'll be a really good cheap card for you guys. Moving on, we've got ourselves the new FUT Birthday Doku. Now, a really great card in terms of like a super sub, right? This is a guy you can literally bring on 97 agility, 96 balance. you can see quite a trend with a lot of these players, boys. Now, a couple of these guys, like, you know, for example, Doku, he's great in the Ligue 1. You struggle nation-wise again with him. But, you know, you can link him up decently. And that's the cheaper ones of the right midfielders out the way now, boys. Now we've got more of the expensive ones. And obviously, Mohamed Salah here starting us off. The 94 rated card, boys. Used him on my EPREM qualification, and he was absolutely amazing. Obviously, we know one thing about Salah that really lets him down is just that 3-star weak foot. If we just had higher weak foot on Salah, it would be so good. But this card now, we're at the point of an absolute joke. You know, the 95 pace, 95 dribbling, 93 shooting. We're talking top tier card, boys. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Right, enough accents flying out right there. Salah's another great card, though, for you boys. But yeah, the right midfielders are really not screaming out to me as absolutely unbelievable in this game, and I don't know why. Next up, we've got ourselves Riyad Mahrez, boys. Which, by the way, is going to be a card getting another upgrade as Manchester City have literally just gone through against Lisbon. Literally, as I'm recording this, that game literally just finished. But yeah, 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot on Mahrez, and he's going to be getting himself a nice upgrade. And look at this as well, boys. 95 agility on Mahrez, which is really nice. Some great stamina as well. Like, you know, with a little bit more pace, Mahrez has always been one of them people who, like, is so nice to play with on FIFA, so smooth. He just lacks, like, high pace. Like, you know what I mean? Like, proper top meta pace. And this is what this card has now, obviously, which is why it's near 1 million coins. And then finally, to finish us off for the right midfielders, chaps, I've got the one to watch one in my club, who I literally just had in here, and then I was there like, hold on, the team of the year one has to go in. Messi, I mean, what can we really say, chaps? I'll be honest with you. It's the first FIFA in such a long time where Messi has basically been more meta than Ronaldo throughout the entire year. Even the team of the year Ronaldo and the team of the year Messi, there's a question up for debate which one's better. Obviously, people would rather use team of the year Ronaldo now because he's more of an upfront player. Messi's more of your cam type job. But you would still whack both in the team. Do you know what I mean? Whereas in previous FIFAs, Messi's been like out of pros teams, out of everything. Really, really amazing card. And I'll be honest, boys, whatever version of Messi you use, just get him into your team. I'm pretty sure the normal card, let me have a look right now, fellas. 139k and under 100k on Xbox for the normal card. Even if you can just get that into your team, chaps, I promise you, you will be very, very satisfied. That's all the right midfielders. And now onto the best bit of the video, chaps. Let's look at all the striker options that we've got. Right, boys, finishing us off in the striker category. We start off with the man, Ihlaz Bibu. It's Nepenthes. Big shout out to the king. A great card we've got ourselves right here. Now, this is one I'm going to go with is a little bit cheaper for you boys. Obviously, it's not in the greatest league, and it's also definitely not the greatest of nations. What is that nation? Togo. Right. Yeah, not the greatest in terms of links, let's be completely honest. However, 6 foot, high medium work rates. Could be a great guy for you guys off the bench. I'll be honest, it could be a great card for that. Some really nice stamina. Great dribbling as well on someone this tall. And the shooting's good enough. And then some really, really nice pace. That's the cheap one out of the way, fellas, for you guys. Now, the rest of them, I'll be honest, we're doing top 5 meta for a reason. And overpowered. These next boys we've got coming up, just absolutely sensational cards. Starting us off, we've got the new Suarez. Now, I've seen pros raving about him, right? And I did think he was great. I used him on my RTG. You guys will see it coming up soon. But he did bottle a few chances on his left foot, I'll be honest. But yeah, this Suarez was really nice to use. Like, he's a very decent card. Really nice to have 5-star skill moves on a Suarez. Along with, oh God, I'm going left and right like there's no tomorrow here. Really nice strength. Great stamina as well. And then obviously the dribbling, the passing, shooting, and pace is all really consistent across the board. Then we've got the winter wildcard, Ibrahimovic. Now, a sensational card, fellas, really. Like, when it first came out, I think it was looked at as one of the best cards in the game, to be quite honest with you. 5-star skills, 90 pace on an Ibra as well. Really, really nice that they did this. Now, the only problem with this card is extortionate value. Like, it's absolutely, you know, to the hells and back, boys. But if you can somehow get your hands on this card, he fits the meta of the game perfectly with the way that there's heading in the game now as well. And the 5-star skills, some really great agility as well for an Ibrahimovic card. Yeah, just a spectacular card. And now, fellas, we move on to Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, sorry if I've just broke your ears, boys, I'll be honest. A really nice card with 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot. Finally, we've got a CR7 with these. Now, honestly, one thing about him would have just been so nice. It's obviously been a big debate. And for you guys who have the top amount of coins and, like, you're wondering the question between the FUT Birthday CR7 and the Team of the Year one, I'm going to give you my best answer. I'm not really sure, to be honest, myself, because the weak foot is so great and so important. But is it really worth sacrificing all these stats going down and down just for the weak foot? I'm really not sure, fellas. It really is personal preference. I'll be completely honest. If you feel like that you can't play without the weak foot, then definitely go for the FUT Birthday one. If you can put up with the fact that the left foot is just not as good, the Team of the Year one is obviously miles ahead. So it's up for debate. It's up for you guys. But this card in particular would have been nice to see a little bit more of an upgrade in each stat. And then I think we wouldn't have even had a question which was better, the FUT Birthday or the Team of the Year. A good example of what I'm trying to say with this, fellas, is, for example, like, you know, the Mbappe from FIFA 20, I want to say, the FUT Birthday one, it was just miles better than the Team of the Year, because even though the Team of the Year had better stats, the FUT Birthday one had good enough stats in all the categories you needed, you know, with the pace, dribbling and shooting, that the 5-star weak foot just made it 10 times a better card. But yeah, it's very interesting with this one. And then finally, to finish us off with the attackers, chaps, we've got ourselves Team of the Year Mbappe, obviously extortionate in value, but that's what we got to do with these videos, boys. We're looking at the best, most meta and overpowered players, and Kylian Mbappe is just that, absolutely. He kind of speaks for himself, to be honest. All his in-game stats are just an absolute joke. And one of the best cards in the game, for sure. I put Neymar on the bench as like an honorable mention, boys. The 5-star, 5-star as well. We've seen that quite a lot in this video, actually. An absolutely amazing card, again, in the Winter Wildcard promo. But that finishes off the attackers there, chaps. Obviously, the strikers are a little bit more expensive compared to the left wings and right wings. But that's what you get, boys. You got to pay an absolute premium for these top players. I'll say with all these videos, chaps, make sure to look back in all 3 of these videos and just, like, try and make a team filled up with all of, at least some of the players from each position I've showed you guys. And I'm sure you'll see yourself getting more wins in Rivals and in FUT Champs, etc. And hopefully it should help you guys out. But if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like and also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any content, as we're going to keep it rolling out some RTGs, boys, along with other stuff, of course. Let me know if you found this series helpful, and if you want to see it again as a repeating series. I think that's what I'm going to plan to do, boys. Like, you know, each month almost, looking at all the updated cards, especially with the fact we've got Team of the Season coming around really soon. You guys want to be seeing who the best cards in the game are. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all on the next one.